Trucking this week. It was garbage. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about the trucking market a little bit because this week's been terribly fucking bad so far. Just looking over like the market condition map over here off of DAT. I mean, everything out of outbound, you can see like pretty much most of the country is dead. And this is the prior business day. I mean, like, like Oregon looks a little, like hot. Los Angeles looks a little hot. I mean, come out of the Midwest, East. I mean, it's pretty dead so far. I just noticed this week that it's like unusually bad this week. Like obviously it's been pretty crappy for the last year and a half. But this week's like the first time where I'm like, Jesus, man, this is super bad right over here. All right, now taking a look at the prior 30 days before this. Like you could tell, like the map is kind of it's not as bad as the last business day or this week at all. So you've taken a look at it, it's like a little bit better, like in the Midwest, a little bit in the East over here. It kind of look a little bit brighter. Not everything's blue. California and Oregon still look like they've been doing the same thing for the last month or so. So I mean, take a look over like the last 30 days compared to how it is now. Just like I said, this week was unusually super fucking bad. And every bad week right now is, not good for fucking anybody, especially like all these companies, especially like Convoy going out of business. Was it like yesterday or 2 days ago, big brokerage, So I mean, like it's pretty bad right now. So I don't know how many more weeks like this we could afford, because like everybody's just eating dicks right now, just trying to make it through. But they keep on having weeks like this. A lot more people are going to start going out of business. Maybe this is what it's going to take for the market to go back up. But I don't wish that upon nobody. So we're like looking at dry van freight. Now let's take a look at reefer freight. This right here, the map, it's the prior business day. And then if we look at the prior 30 days, it looks about the same. It looks like, there's some hot markets for reefers. So it looks like reefers should be doing a little bit better than dry vans for sure. Especially with the cold weather coming up, everything's going to be like protect from freeze. There's definitely going to be reefers taking away loads from dry vans, especially like any kind of food or any kind of like liquids that could freeze. That's really going to screw up the dry van market more if it doesn't pick up at all. So right now, probably like the way it's looking, I mean, probably better off having a reefer right now. And if this continues like this, and the dry van market is really going to get squeezed here in the next few weeks as it keeps getting colder. All right, lastly, let's start looking at flatbed freight. I mean, I have nothing to do with flatbeds whatsoever, but it's still, just good to go over. Just let people know how the market's looking. So prior business days, I mean, like a lot of areas look pretty damn good. I know the West is very tricky for flatbeds, so this might look like appealing to you, but if you send your fucking flatbed all the way out there, you might have some difficulties getting it back. So let's see the prior 30 days on this. You see, prior 30 days was a little bit better, it looks, right? Let me see, hold on. No, almost. Yeah, about the same. The South is usually always good for flatbeds, depending where you go. Like I said, I really don't mess with flatbeds whatsoever. Not my thing. But I mean, the flatbed market looks like it's pretty good. I mean, I know I have friends in it, and they're complaining that it's not what it used to be, and the rates are down right now. But just based off the market conditions map on DAT, definitely looks a lot better than it does for reefers and dry vans for sure. I want to talk about this Convoy, man. This is crazy, man. This came out of nowhere. We here didn't really use them for the assets. But I mean, like, didn't like Bill Gates and Bezos, I think, and all these people fucking, like put money behind this company. It was supposed to be like some crazy technology and all this fancy tracking and all this stuff, and then they just close the doors. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not like an expert in this, but I don't know, man. Either somebody robbed a lot of money and just bounced, or some crazy shit went down, because like they didn't even let nobody buy them out, which is the craziest part. And then like send an email to their customers saying like, hey man, here's the carriers they're freights with. If you want to deal with them directly, go ahead. So like imagine just like not even taking advantage to sell the whole customer list. Like let somebody buy them out and take that over and buy their like technology and all their software and shit. They just said fuck it, dude, we're bouncing, and just left. That's nuts, man. I have no idea how the hell that happened. Just all that money on the table, they could have made up by selling their, just their customers alone are probably worth a lot of money, So like if you're like in brokerage, right now is the time, or like if you're a big fleet and you're trying to get new customers, I would be hitting the customers up right now, like a bunch of them. Maybe try going try to find out what customers Convoy serviced. Reach out to them. Try ASAP, like something, because there's probably a lot of people scrambling to cover a lot of freight right now. So that's nuts, man. Just looking, seeing another Freight Waves article. The trucking company closed down after 95 years. I guess they had a freight brokerage, and I think how much, 100-something trucks, 157 workers, and 101 line haul and local trucks. So, dude, imagine, like, dude, these companies are seriously, like, they're already dropping, like big companies, you know. Like, if this continues and people keep on dropping, then maybe the market's going to go pick back up, man, you know. I mean, like, you know, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, that's what needs to happen when the market's, you know, oversaturated with companies, you know, and whoever makes it through this is probably going to reap a lot of benefits, you know, if you make it through it. So, I mean, like, dude, you know, just the convoy was crazy. I mean, that company opened 95 years of business, you know, just went under too. Like, how would they not even, you know, like sell it, you know? So, I don't know, man. This is getting crazy. You know, everything going on in the world is getting crazy. So, you know, just fucking buckle up, hold on, and try to make it, you know, through to the good times, I guess.